Hi all, welcome back to more D-Day at Peleliu. This is my take 2 part 5 I think. Yes. So on turn 4, US action phase, just about to begin that. Few things to talk about, you'd be glad to hear. Um, right, first of all, the comments that I've left in part 4, because I make a mistake here, not a rules mistake, but just a daft. Well, I talk wrongly about the rules, about how the situation would be dealt with, and it turns into being a foolish mistake that costs me an important step on a unit that I could have avoided, and of course a disruption as well to the unit. I did think about, could you maybe rewind this, and I'm sure probably the majority out there are probably saying that's fine. You've thought about it wrongly. You wouldn't have done what you've done. Just put it back to the. I can't do it though. I can't do it. It would just feel like it's wrong because we have new information has appeared. This was before we drew the Japanese fire card, so now if purple had come up, and it's regarding the yellow fire. If purple had come up on the fire card, it wouldn't have mattered anyway, I don't believe. But it was silly. But I'll go through it. It's easy to see how you can do it. Well, maybe not. Maybe it wouldn't have caught anybody else out this, but yeah. Well, it's caught me out, isn't it? Anyway, so the situation is, what have I got? I've got part 4, the 5 minute 55 seconds. Oh, I've just got this is wrong. Yeah, of course. I sometimes jot down some notes on my phone and then add a little bit more, and I added quite a bit more to this. Okay, what the problem is that I talk about landing this unit. I don't want to flip him back over for now, but I talk about landing him in there. Well, you kind of have to, Grant, to make it look right, don't you? When he lands, he's the one that gets, unfortunately, drift to the left, which was really bad. And then when I come to look at landing him, I obviously don't want to consider landing him in this hex at the time. Well, there is still 2 units in there, and there's still 2 units there now, so I couldn't. So it's a choice between this and this. Yeah, that's right, I couldn't land him in that hex because there's 2 in there anyway. But not that I would have wanted to. So, and then I see the dilemma being that if I put this in here, it's going to be 7 steps. It's going to make this a concentrated hex. Yellow, although brown was still disrupted and is still disrupted, yellow would fire into that, considering both these symbols to be whatever the symbol is on the fire card. Right? So all that's correct. Purple was firing with intense, so I figure that if purple fires, it doesn't matter. So I come up with the bright idea that if I put this in here, this fires when yellow intense fire, then if yellow does fire and purple doesn't, because if purple does fire, everything's still the same. These 2 get hit and these 2 get hit. But if purple doesn't fire in this situation, I'll work it out that this will get hit. Well, to be honest, the way I work it out is, right, this will get hit, and then the 2-step unit in here will get hit, because that's the 2 intense fire hexes. However, if I put that there, then this is a steady fire hex. Concentrating a hex does not change this into intense fire. So it's still the second priority. So when yellow fires, and cause purple didn't appear in the card, yellow fires want to shoot 2 things, and there's 2 things in there. There's 2 units in there, and this is intense yellow. So they take the 2 hits. So what would have happened was this unit underneath would have been hit and disrupted. This tank would have been destroyed. And these guys would have been sitting there sweet in there like that. Not disrupted or anything. He wouldn't have lost a step. He was fine anyway. Either way. If purple had fired, like I say, they would have got both hit. But it's just so devastating that. It really is. Like I say, I did think, can I take that back? Because it's just a silly error. It's not but I can't do that. I'm just going to accept it. I put it there So which meant that it got hit, that guy got hit, tank's still there, but we don't care about that tank. We don't really want this guy in this position either. We wanted him in there, you know. So yeah, a blunder on my behalf. Yeah, so I'll leave a few comments in there. Yeah, making a comment because I'm actually quite proud of myself, thinking that I've done the right thing because purple doesn't turn up, and it was protecting this guy from being hit. And after we came back, I thought, oh no, Grant, that's so silly. So yeah, it's a big mistake, but it's not a rules mistake. Like I say, I'm talking wrongly when I'm saying what I'm saying. And you know, when I'm saying if both of them in there, they're both going to get hit, that's not the case. They would have both got hit. So, but strategically wise, you know, what the decision I made was bad. Right, the other comment I've got here is at the 35-minute 10-second mark. I believe the outcome here would have been the same. Yeah, I'll tell you what that was. It's not anything that I did wrong or anything like that. This unit under here is a circle, the one that's disrupted. Now in here we had a circle 2. He got hit by the mortar fire, and he's a circle, and this got hit by the blue position because there's steady blue fire into there. And I think I said at the time, I said that if this had been hit by the mortar fire, it would have been fine. It would have been hit but not disrupted, because that's what mortar fire does. But my belief is that when this blue position fired, there's no circles in there. The only circle is in that hex. So although it couldn't give it another step loss, because it's already had a step loss this turn, it could disrupt it. That's my belief. I believe they can. I know it can work the other way. It can work the other way, whereas a unit can be disrupted, not take a step loss, and then another unit can fire at it. Another Japanese unit could fire at it and hit it, and then it would just take the hit and it still be disrupted, because they can end up with both. You can end up with both things, disrupted and a step loss, but not more than that. You know, you can't be disrupted more than once, but you can't take more than one step loss. So yeah, it was just I had said that it would have been better off, but I think the result would have been the same. If I happen to have that wrong, then somebody can correct me. The last little bit was, yeah, I'm talking about, well, we're going to get to this in a second. The tank situation, all these wee red cubes. I think I said that, yeah, when I was deciding where it was going to move to, I said, well, it would move to here, or it could move to here because this is unoccupied as well. Well, as we can see, this is not unoccupied because it's a position group, and although we've not got everything of that sorted, hopefully Martin will come back with something from John, yeah, sometime in the future. Okay, and then wait. Well, while we're there, so Martin commented that he was saying again that about this position. He believes this I would just move it to here. He says, and I agree, and the main reason I agree for is because this unit's just going to be stuck there. It's not going to be able to move. Now, in saying that, you could say this brown position behind can't move, but it can. If this moves to here, then this could move to here. This has to move, or it's not going to move at all. So I believe it must be allowed to make this move. And Martin said that, remember, I've not got the comment in front of me, but he says that, remember, it can move to unoccupied. It doesn't say that it can't move to an occupied position. And this moving from here to here is moving to an occupied position. But my point was that, and I think he knows this because this is a couple of things that he brought up, is that, yeah, but it's moving to an armoured occupied position if it moves there. But then, is it? It's the hex isn't occupied by the armour, you know, and then, yeah, and funnily, I pointed out to him that that's the bit in the advanced section that talks about a position hex. It's just very near, it's when it's talking about occupied or unoccupied or occupied non-armour position. That's when it's talking about position hex, which then makes it more comfortable and feeling like we can move that to there, you know. Anyway, we're going to go with this move. Let's not go into that anymore, and let's hope that Mr. Butterfield comes back with a clear answer and solves all this issue about positions and position hexes and position groups. Good luck to you there, Mr. Butterfield. Good luck to you in clearing it all up for us, because I still think it could be tricky to try and work out the exact how to explain it all. Whether you could look at every reference to position group, position hex in the rulebook and change it to something to make it all clearer. I don't know. I think that might be a task in itself. Anyway, so we are going to say that the first time yellow was on the card, that tank would move from there to there. The next time it was blue, it was yellow, it was on the card as well, so it would have moved from there to there, right? And then the next time, just the last fire card, I want to say, yeah, it's up there. You can see it's a blue R, but the R is not relevant. So this tank in the blue position would then move again, because it's not got US units in its field of fire, and it would move to an empty position before an occupied position. Not just that, that one's closer to where it came from anyway. That's why I initially looked at that. So it would then move from there to there. So that's just good with that. Okay. Right, sorry, went on pause there for quite some bit. She was a couple of other things. That was me discussed the tank thing, advanced, this situation. Yeah, went over my own comments. One, John Brown picked up on. Fortunately, this was the previous playthrough, and I had a feeling I might make this error. I think it was something like. Wait, hang on. Just before did I put this guy back? I did. Yeah, reduced him again. Yeah, okay. That's just something that was on my mind there. Yeah, it was something like a preservation move from here to here. I made it. That's clearly not correct, because you can't move from beach hex to beach hex. I had a feeling that was a worry of mine, because the ones that are back here and there's one forward, it just feels like it's asking for trouble. So John spotted that one, which was, yeah, quite correct. Like I say, fortunately, it was in the previous playthrough, so that's done and dusted now. I want to say there's something else on my mind. Hang on, let me try and think what that was. I'm pretty sure there was one other thing that was bothering me, but can't for the life of me think what it was now. Okay, maybe it'll come to me. Right, so 13 minutes in, let's at least get, and because I got kind of dragged away there, I'm probably a bit more now push for time. So US action phase, well, let's get the disruption sorted out, and let's cringe down here in this corner a little bit as we undisrupt this. And to be honest, we shouldn't even have this here, but, well, mistakes will be made and hopefully learnt from. Yeah, this was a no. I was cringing at that as well with the yellow M, wasn't it? We didn't have the chance though. What happened there was the yellow position lost its disruption before we went in and CC'd it. Because I think this was the one I was talking before about making the 2 hex move into there with the HQ. And I talked about it, but then yellow came up in the fire card, undisrupted that guy, and then we couldn't then make that. Oh, yes, and before that now brings up, we've got to remember that we've got intense Japanese fire which limits US movement to 1 hex's turn. That was the event. Yeah, and that's the sort of thing that can catch you out when you go. You stop a video in between and then come back to that. But I did this watch not long ago, the last part, so that brought it back to my attention. So that's everything undisrupted. So we've only got 2 actions, but yeah, like that says, we can only move 1 hex. So don't start thinking. It's quite possible I might start thinking about it while we're going through this process, but hopefully I don't do it. Now we still have naval gunfire marker, so keep that one in mind too, Grant. Right, first of all, I do recall. Yeah, this is the other thing when you come back to this, even it was just yesterday, and all the things I've been thinking about and that, they're out my head again. I have to start again. Yeah, I think I've been thinking about going in on, now this guy stayed disrupted as well. Oh no. Oh no, that's the event card. Yeah, Brown was not on the fire card. Thought I blundered there. The event card's got Brown, but that doesn't matter. So I think this is a good idea because he's got 3 strength, he's not got depth, he's disrupted. We need to flank him, and that either means getting well moving into intense purple here. We're not going to get around to there. And remember, with the restriction, we can only move. Well, as soon as we move to there, we're going to stop anyway. But with this event, we can't move 2 hexes either. So I really do feel like this is worthy. Oh, can that guy? Oh, yes, we can just go in with both of these. Can't we? Oh, yes, we can. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to go in with that and that, but that's going to cost an action. Whereas we go in with the headquarters, which is a flamethrower, he gives this a free. Well, yeah, I mean it does, because remember these guys are going to be sitting here, aren't they? Because this doesn't happen until the end of the turn. But I have to give an action to do that. Whereas there's no action required for both of them to move in, and we get the exact same amount of cards. We're going to get 5 cards. 4 steps. You can only get 4 steps maximum, so there's 5 steps, so we'll only get 4 cards for the steps, but we'll get him for the flamethrower. And the Japanese are only going to get 2 cards. 1 for the unit and 1 for the jungle. Yeah, no CC on that, no 4 strength, no depth marker. Yeah. And I'll tell you something else I've just noticed. That's an elite unit, which means it can't withdraw when it gets CC'd. Mind you, if we were going to flank it, we would probably be shutting off. But setting up a flank for it is silly. I think we go in with that. So it does mean that these are probably going to be sitting here and not doing an awful lot. And we get HQs and next turn. Yeah, okay. Right, and then, yeah, this was really annoying, wasn't it? This was really annoying. That guy he got hit by the blue position, and then we got the mortar from the yellow position down into here, didn't we? And that's what hit this guy. That didn't disrupt him, but then we got the disrupt there, so we can't attack that purple position. We're still sitting now. Purple's... yeah, it's not nice, is it? If it fires, it's going to hit this guy. Well, hang on, though. Hang on. Well, that's intense purple as well, Grant. Right, whoops. Right, he's full strength. Right, you know what? I don't think there's any other issue here. I'm pretty sure we're going in with this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is going to happen. Now, you've got to be careful here, Grant, though. So, if this ends in if the combat ends in elimination and not sorry, not elimination, what's the one? Exhaustion, is it? Exhaustion? Is that what they call it? Wait, when you run out of cards. If we don't get a winner, end the close combat by elimination, end the close combat by exhaustion. Yeah, that they're going to have to come back to this hex. Now, whether there's going to be 2 of them or not, because somebody you would think is going to take some damage. So if we do decide to move any of this stuff, what a mess you're making here. We've got an awful lot of stuff lying about here, haven't we? I still think it's better to CC that guy. I can't see how that's not the right thing to do. Well, What I mean is here, if we move this guy off the beats, preservation move into there, and then these two are still alive or have to retreat back into there, then we've got an overstack situation. That is right at the end of the action phase, so then you've got to start eliminating something to bring it down to 2 units. So yeah, we don't know, and that's why that's left to the end to make it a little bit trickier to work out, as if you need more trickier things to think about in this game. No, I'm not knocking it. It's good fun. It's good fun. So yeah, we've got loads of stuff sitting here. Well, this can move somewhere, creating a space here. Well, it looks like I'm going to come back to this, but I'm pretty sure we're doing that. Remember, we do have 2 actions. Oh, this is a 14 attack. We clearly know nothing about this. Oh, of course, this has just appeared, isn't it? This was our yellow N that I had nightmares about last night. Yeah. So what have we got? Is this ranged? Oh, it is. It is. Both the X's are brushed though, aren't they? Yeah. So we could give this an action to attack with 14. And this is jungle, by the way, so this unit is getting double the depth. Is not. Is that right? Yeah. But we could also get a little bit more from this. We could get a free action for this to attack at range, but it's going through the brush, so it'd be another 3.5. So that'd be 17.5. Which is above 16, which is important bit, because if this is a 4, we don't have the weapons, then we've got double. And we disrupt it. And if we get luckier than that, we might be able to dig down to the depth, and that's a good strength to be attacking with, I think. I can't really... So that would be one action there. Right? And I don't really see the need for other actions here. No. Well, I mean, yeah, this could support the attack as well. Well, actually, there's that wee situation there. Let me move these out of the way. There's that situation. If he was attacking here, we've got brush here and jungle here. He's going right through the middle of it. But we're going to take it from not just... we're taking it from what Tim gave us in that example, and there's an example in the book that if this was brush and this was clear, this would be able to fire with full strength, and vice versa. If that was clear, that was brush, full strength. So our take on that is going to be, if it was brush and brush, it'd be half strength. If it was jungle, you wouldn't be able to fire. If it's jungle and brush, I think it's going to be half strength. So that's what I'm going to take from that. That seemed like, and that's the only sort of response of, the only reply I got to that. And without, well, I did say I would maybe look up in BGG, because you would think maybe it's been asked before, but I don't think we're wanting to spend an action to have that join in either. So we've got 7-14, what did I say? 17.5 using that guy. So I mean, that seems fine. And then we've also got the possibility, see, yeah, no, careful Grant, you're not moving that 2 hexes into there. Well, if we got really lucky and toot that out, would it be nice to maybe have an action to maybe move something in there? When I say something, I probably mean these 2 guys. So that's an action. Don't think we need an action along there. So let's look at this stuff. Yeah, well, here, there's nothing here, is there? Apart from this purple spot. Oh, gosh, I don't know what to do here. yeah, yeah, this is something you've got to decide. I mean, I felt like in the first try at this, the first attempt, was that this was horrible and we wanted to leave it alone and settle on taking, if we can take this blue and red position. Well, I'm pretty sure this is going to move into here. That's a preservation move. I won't do it yet, and this is probably going to preservation move as well, probably into there. The tank can't use that. We'll need to be careful, make sure we make, mind you, the HQ doesn't stack. Yeah, we've got to remember the HQ is going to land, so wherever we put things, make sure we're benefiting fully from that. I don't know where's best. See, these are 2 infantry HQs, so right now you would think the HQ landing there, but if I'm going to move that guy anyway into there, that probably still means the HQ's landing there. I think so. And it's probably landing there with this, and quite possibly with, they're quite possibly all going into that hex. And I'm going to move that out. Either that or something could go in here. But I mean, that seems the best place for the HQ. And then it can help. Well, yeah. I mean, this guy shouldn't be in this state. And I'm angry at myself. But, well, that's that. You knew that rule, but you just kind of forgot about it, or what? I don't know. Okay, so I suppose we don't really need any actions here either, do we? I mean, I would probably try and get that tank out of there, but yeah, this is a free move. This is a free move. What about this? Actually, this is a, when I say free move, sorry, I mean preservation moves. This could preservation move, or it could do an action, which is probably not any different from the preservation move. Is that intense green? No, it's not. That's got intense green right round about it as well. Oh, stop! How did I miss this? I don't know, Grant. How did you miss that? Did green not fire? No, it didn't. Right, stop indeed. Has this got range? No. That's jungle as well, isn't it? He's not got depth. Sorry, am I showing you any of that? Don't think I am. Yeah, sometimes when you zoom in, it's nice to see it up close, but then you've got to adjust where you're pointing at, Grant. Well, no, because the only support I could get has got to be another action, isn't it? Yeah. And 5 into there, he's getting doubled, so yeah, I mean, it's only a 1. A 2, we would need to have the weapons, and remember, we've got only 3 weapons. That's rough. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Apart from use 2 actions, and then did I not say I really need an action up here? Now where is it? It's to attack here, isn't it? Yeah. And I think, well, I'm saying that's more important, but it probably is. This is intense. It can hit 2 things as well. Both these are sitting in intense. I cannot just leave that guy without. So this is going to be an action, and naval gunfire He's got a radio. Yeah, just looked round there and thought naval gunfire. That's a thought, innit? Is that not a thought? Right. I definitely think you need one action here. And we were talking about, what was the other thing about talking about keeping an action back to move into there? Well, there can't be another yellow M that comes up, surely, on the next fire card. That can be. So, but we're not going to have the action available because we're going to use the action for that. I think we're talked ourselves into that naval gunfire. Because why not? Because 5's a bit risky. But I don't like leaving this green. Mind you, is it fire into here? Steady fire into there. It's intense in here, intense in here. It's steady in there. It's not the most brutal position, though, Grant, but it's risky. I mean, if I go in with 5 and don't have the weapons and it's a 2, it's doubled to a 4. Don't have the weapons, greater but not double, he's going to gain depth. Then it makes it harder, and it doesn't disrupt him, which is the more important bit. And I get the feeling you shouldn't be keeping hold of these. You know what I mean? They're there. I mean, we've got a chance we might get another one. So if I was to chuck that in there, that then turns that into 14. So that's a definite disruption, because that can only be 4 double oh. That's not grand. 14 is not 16. It would need to be a 4. If it's a 3 doubled to 6, we've got 14 with double in it. We're disrupting it. If it's a 4, we're cringing. Because I'm guessing the 4s are going to have flank or something on them. Something horrible. Flank or artillery or... Mind you, generally you don't see artillery on the actual unit, do you? It's usually just the depth. I don't know if that's a thing or not. No, the tank units have artillery on them, actually. There's 2 of them with artillery on them, but... okay. Yeah, and I'd like to think that it was easy to look at and say, you better keep that naval gunfire for such and such. But, I don't know. I think I'm going to do that. So I think that's going to be our second action. So our first action is going to be there. Our second action is going to be there. First action is going to get a bit of support. The second one's not got support, but we do have the naval gunfire. Now, just to double check, he's got a radio, and that's why that was what was triggering it for me. Where are we? Naval fire. May expend. If a unit participating in the attack has a radio or is in command of an HQ. Excellent. Right? So this gives the 9 strength. It also adds artillery demolitions and naval artillery. So that's quite good to have as well. I mean, I want to say naval artillery and the likes, probably not on the actual counter itself as well. Yeah, I think so. Right, I'm going to do this attack first. So this is my action. We're attacking with 14. And we're going to give that a free action to join the attack. He's firing through the brush, so that's 3.5. So 17.5. 14, 3.5. Yeah, 17.5 on this. Yeah, that's the best we can do. Right, 17.5. Let's do it, Grant. Right, it's the 1. Browning and mortar, which the 2 guys adjacent, and they're just basic weapons, aren't they? Yeah, they have Browning and mortar. So we've got the weapons. Attack strength is at least double, so we're going to reveal the depth marker now. then we get CC. Ooh, well, do we not get optional attrition though? And if we do, we're going. Yeah, and I keep looking, saying, yeah, and then move that headquarters in, and then I think about our event for the turn. So okay, so we've got our attack strength. Because I was forgetting he was getting double, wasn't he? So 2. Yeah, so the thing that doesn't get double, so it's 3. It's 17 to 3. So we don't have the weapons. Our attack strength is at least double, and the unit and it's a revealed depth marker. So the Japanese unit disrupted, and we have optional attrition. And I think we do take this on because if we don't just disrupt it, we've got to go in and CC. He's going to get 1, 2, 3 cards because it's in jungle. I feel like I'm missing something. 1, 2, 3. That is 3 cards, but I mean 3 cards against the normal 4 that we've got. It's only 1 less than us. So the attrition has to be taken from a unit that's coming in adjacent. We can't take it on this range guy, for instance. So yeah, that still doesn't eliminate the guy though, is it? The guy stays there, doesn't he? Yeah, okay. So the attrition does, you may opt to remove a step from an adjacent attacking unit to eliminate the depth marker. So it doesn't eliminate the unit. So I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to take a step loss on this guy down the bottom, 815. So he takes a step loss to get rid of the depth marker. That goes away, and the unit remains disrupted. So now, well, unless he builds depth, we've got a nice easy take him out. Well, you know what? Actually, in some ways, that means that this isn't unoccupied still, eh? So in some kind of weird kind of way, whereas, I was saying about if we eliminate that guy, I can move, and then I'm thinking, no, I can't because of the event. Well, I can't do that now anyway, and it does. He can't muster in there, or for that matter, they're going to get the R action next turn as well, so he can't muster or redeploy. Whereas if we did take that out right now, that would be open to both muster and redeploy, because we can't spare an action to go in and take the hex. So there you go. Maybe there's a plus to that. So are you just going in with this green position then, Grant? Just get out the way and do it. I feel like that's where my other action is. I don't see another obvious. There's nothing else. We can't attack this, and we can't attack this or this. So this is the only other option to make an attack. Now, there may be some of you saying, well, you don't need to attack. You could maybe use your action to move something. But remember, we can only move 1 hex as well. So it's not that there's a space right now. Well, for instance, here, if we had 3 hex move, we could, well, we can't quite reach, but we could go 1, 2, 3, couldn't we? So, but whether I would want to do that or not, I'm just saying I can't do it. So I'm better using my action, I think, to attack. But this is kind of forcing me into using the naval gunfire, really. Not forcing me, but unless this is a 0 or a 1, then I'm in a bit of trouble, and I'm just going to let him build depth and not become disrupted. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Right, so we're attacking with 5, and we're going to put our naval gunfire in there as well, because we've got a radio. Like I say, we can't. I've only got 2 actions, so I can't get help from elsewhere. I was hoping this guy was ranged, but he's not. He's took a hit. So that's that. So the attack is 14. Okay. So 14. This guy gets doubled. He's only a wimpy 1. So Grant wastes the naval gunfire. Damn it. Oh, hang on. No. Browning. No, I do have it. I suppose it's probably the basic weapon for most. Well, no, I'm seeing some of them down there. That guy's not got it. Oh, he's got machine gun. That's another one that can catch you out. That's another one that catches me out. It's caught me out before because machine gun counts for a Browning, doesn't it? Machine gun fulfills the requirement for Browning. That bothers me. That you know, couldn't they have put an extra BR on that counter wherever machine gun comes up? I don't know. Maybe I'm being. Well, hold on. What's this guy all about? Am I getting that wrong? No? Well, that's not on the official charts, but I mean, I'm assuming that it's going to be the last one again, isn't it? Yes, weapons chart. This is the official one. Yeah. Equivalence, a machine gun fulfills the weapon requirement for a Browning automatic rifle. So what's this guy all about then? I'm just saying about could they not have, like, looks like when they're reduced to 3 steps they have 3 weapons. So, and I'm saying, well, if this counts as a Browning as well, could they not have added a 4th there? But this one actually has machine gun and Browning. That's kind of wasted then, isn't it? Well, okay. It's wasted. Yeah, so where are we? Yeah, this is wasted. Ah, well. So that's taken him out, isn't it? We've got double the weapon. We've got the weapons. We've got double. That guy's out. Right, now he is open to a green M, or it's going to be a green R as well, because next turn we're bringing the R in. This goes... Well, I'm still putting up in the lemonade unit spots, but I'm sure that it's removed from play. Well, we got the result. You know, it could easily be that. Well, it needed to be a 1 or a 0. Like I say, I'm not sure if there's any zeros. Anything a 2, 3 or a 4, and we were in trouble. To be honest, I think we're still in trouble with a 4, but you can't cover all the bases, can you? So, good. And again, there's nothing. We've not got anything we can dash into there. Well, we've no actions left. And we can only move 1 hex anyway if we did have actions left. Right, so let's tidy up the rest of this. Yeah, for instance, this guy here would maybe think, yeah, you know what, I can go 1, 2 into there. Or this guy could go 1, 2, or send him. Yeah, that's rotten. That is rotten. Well, I tell you what you could do is sort of prepare for that. So why not move that guy into there? I think that would be wise, because if something does pop up, now you might want to take the HQ with it. That's not a terrible thought either. I think I like that, because then it gives it a free action to attack. Well, we are bringing HQs in. Yeah, we can't move 2 hexes though. So, which is another bummer, because I could have put this... Well, if I could move 2 hexes, I could move that in there, Grant, couldn't I? Yeah. So, probably just bring this guy up into here as well. Then, I think. I mean, it looks like I'm kind of ignoring this, but I don't know. Is that wrong? Is that wrong? It might be. Might be that we shouldn't be... hold on. How was he going to move, Grant? Or was he here? No, they were there. He's not got an action. Right. Okay, sorry. That was a blunder. Almost. Yeah, he's not got a free action. This guy was in here. He's not got a free action. So I mean, he could come back to give him that free action, but then that exposes that, so we don't want to do that. So yeah, I think we preservation move that into there, and the guy underneath can't do anything anyway. He can't do anything. We preservation move that into there. Yeah, I still think none. I mean, okay, I don't know what we should be doing here, but so tank can't do nothing. This tank can't do nothing. These two guys underneath can't do nothing. This could do something, but the fact because it can only move one hex. Yeah, I mean, it's silly. Not that I can do that now because these are hexes are full, but it's silly to move this back, I think. And remember, the HQ's coming on board anyway. The HQ's going to now go and here, I guess. I think that's where I said he was going to go. Because these are HQ infantry units anyway. So yeah. Well, we'll work on that. Right, that's an action taken. These can't do anything. Yeah, so now we're along to this mess. What have we got here? Browning mortar. We know we can take him out. Is that just the one there? Yeah, so right, let's be careful about that, so Grant. Well, it's disrupted. It's going to come out of the close combat disrupted still anyway. Yeah, the disruption on that Japanese unit can't go away. I don't think it can go away, and then at the end, well, unless we conduct US withdrawal, but he's disrupted at the start, so. Well, that's what happened that time. I made a mistake, and nobody made any other comment on that. I didn't. I disrupted myself, and I shouldn't have had, and I shouldn't have disrupted him. But he was already disrupted, and I think that's fine. Yeah, I don't see anything that would have said that he should remove his disruption. You know. Okay, so popping on here, and we're still reluctant to move this guy into this hex, and that's the only place that he could move. I just don't want to do it, even though he. No, it wasn't him that got hit, was it? It was the guy in there. I mean, he could still get hit from steady blue there, but that's just offering up blue an easy hit. Right, slight dilemma here about do we move this. These can't do anything. No, they can't do anything. And, well, something can move up into here. And something could move up into there. So let's move this up into here. Preservation move. And preservation move. And then what means these are stuck, aren't they? That's fine. So there's two in there. Yeah, this infantry HQ is stuck down the bottom here as well, isn't it? Well, he's beside somebody, and to be honest, we're not getting an H. Well. No, I think the HQ's going to want to go and move into there. So that HQ's staying where that guy's probably not a bad plan, really. So that's fine, We can't do nothing about that. So I think we're leaving him. And we're leaving him. So the only other little issue is in here. Now, these can't move out. They've not got a place to go. Yeah, so they're stuck, but this situation we could move both of these into there, or that into there, or that into there, and something else into there. But if the close combat goes bad, I don't know what to do here. It's a 3-step and a 2-step we've got in there, isn't it? That's not really relevant though, is it? Yeah, I don't know what to do. I think if I'm going to take a chance, I'll move that into there, but I'm sort of feeling like we shouldn't be taking that chance. Because if if it was US withdrawal, could I withdraw to there? I actually think I might be able to. I need to move to hex and US communication, don't I? Alright, let's zoom in a little bit in that area. So if it ends with me deciding let's get out of here, I could go into here. Thing is, if it ends with me deciding let's get out of here, it means that I'm probably only got one unit left. Things are going that bad. Well, it doesn't necessarily actually grant, because the HQ's got 2 steps, the other unit's got 3 steps. So, you know, you could take one hit on the first unit, the 3-stepper, take another hit on it, and then decide, let's get out of there. And you still got 2 units left. And then if this guy's in here, you're in trouble. So can we... I think we can go here. Which I'll tell you what, is a bit cheeky, isn't it? Because that's a good way of getting to that hex, and like Martin's confirmed, you don't get disrupted. And then we're sitting in steady purple fire adjacent to this. Ooh, okay. What US communication. Can I trace from there and there? I think I can. You should know this, Grant, shouldn't you? I should know this, sorry. Page 26. Let me pause a second. Page 26, 11.3 US communication. US units must be able to trace communication in order to secure Japanese position hexes for victory purposes. A hex is in US communication if you can trace the path of hexes of any length from the hex to any US landing beach hex. The path may not pass through any hexes occupied by or in the field of fire of a Japanese unit. Well, that's a no, Grant. So that's just a big no. And that's what they need to be able to do, don't they? If he was to go there, he could trace communication into there. Not into there though, but he couldn't go there. He'd be overstacking. Yeah, so that's, yeah. We can't go there. Yeah, I was just wanting to double check the withdrawal, US withdrawal. Combat, Japanese close combat. Where are we? Where's close combat? And then close combat by US withdrawal. Then place surviving US units in a hex adjacent to the close combat hex. If more than one hex is available in a hex from which US communication can be traced, then you choose. Sorry. Alright, so it's... Yeah, and it wouldn't matter if it was overstacked or not. So even if this was... It would have to go in there. You know? It's not saying... It's got... If there's more than one hex available... Well, hang on. Place the surviving US units in a hex adjacent to the close combat. Yeah, it's not saying that it doesn't need to be, stacking. There's no stacking issues. It's not saying that. Yeah, so I think it does actually. So does that mean we leave that guy there? Probably. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave him. I don't know if that... I'm not sure if that's right or not. Right, I need to get things wrapped up here though. Well, we're almost at the end. We've got close combat. Can Can we? Or should we leave it? Should we leave it till the next part? Yeah, I think, to be honest, time wise, I'm going to have to leave it. So actually, I think I'll just cut the part there. Man, I know it's a rotten bit to do it, but some of my videos just end up doing that. It's not nice and clean, you know. You do one turn in one video. I'm not like that other guy. Just zooms along, zooms right through things. If you ever want to watch a fast playthrough of this game, done properly, I must add. Well, I've not watched all his stuff, but you seem to know his stuff. Then go and Lockdown Gaming. It was Lockdown Gaming. He's got 2 playthroughs. He's not done many videos, but 2 playthroughs. This and one of Tarawa, I think, which I've not watched. I've just watched some of the bits of the second one of the Peleliu. Whether the first one is a bit slower, I don't know, but yeah, zip through it very quickly. Not like this. Right, yeah, so I actually just think I will just leave everything like that, and we'll come back tomorrow to do that close combat. And I might just also leave the possibility, as I've not completely finished my moves yet, maybe just think about it a bit more, maybe take a chance to put that in. I mean, if we win the close combat in there, that's the thing we should have thought about, maybe. He's getting only 2 cards, I think. And we're getting 5. Okay. That's suddenly made me think, well, maybe this guy should be in here. Because if we win it, they sit in there, and then he's fine. But there is a little bit of a gamble to that, because close combat can go messy, can't it? Draw the first card, they reinforce, and then it's just all... That's what happened to that very first one. Right, okay, I will get away for now. I will be back. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, I should be back tomorrow with another part. Cheers.